All right, folks. Rudy, Timmy'S, Vince's Emporium. Who am I? Okay. Today we're going to talk about the Secret Lair Ultimate Fetchlands scenario. Yeah, it's going to be a short video, I guess. I don't know. I'll ramble. We'll make some fakes up. We'll just talk. I mean, look, let's go over the facts. Secret Lair Ultimate Fetchlands was announced a couple months back. Stores started pre-ordering and selling them. Turns out Wizards was only giving most stores like 1 to 3 or 2 of them was the average. And larger stores got 4 to 8. It was ridiculous. Supply was ridiculous. And I guess the argument was you're paying for the big plastic, wood box, paper mache, taco box, whatever it's made out of. So stores started pre-selling these things. Again, the pre-sales, pre-orders, stupid pre-orders. Blows my mind that people do this. And it still goes on after all these years. So people start pre-ordering. TCG Player and eBay. Go on eBay. Look at the sold listings. On average, people were starting to buy these and pre-order these in June and July. Sold listings on eBay for $350 plus tax. So on average, $370 a unit of what Timmy'S were lining up saying, God, Rudy, I need to get the pre-order. Yeah, no joke. That was literally what was happening. So here we are. The product finally comes out. The hype train dies down. Suddenly people aren't as excited about the product anymore. And guess what happens? They're all over websites, stores, eBay right now, between $200 and $249 shipped. So for the people who paid just under $400, they are down, not quite half their money, but what do you guys think? 30 to 40% of their money is gone. Almost, $370? So maybe you paid, I don't know, as of the filming of this, when I filmed it, I looked on eBay, and then I checked some other large company websites. I saw them between $209, $229, $215, $249. So let's just say right in the middle. Let's say $230. Can you imagine paying $370, and then literally like 3 weeks later, you go from like $370 to $230? That is brutal. Oh my God. That's brutal. Brutal. God, and it goes back to the same broken conversation we talk about. Why do Timmy'S pre-order in the middle of this hype? It was the same thing with Double Masters. Right on the announcement. People were pre-ordering. I saw sold listings of Double Masters regular for $400 to $430 on eBay. 400s! And I remember thinking, I remember people being angry at me because I sold the Double Masters for $299 shipped. And, people were paying over $400. And I remember when people asked me questions, I said, look, that is too much. I'm sorry. Maybe it does spike to that. I know when it ages, goes out of print, maybe it does go to $400 to $500. Maybe it stays at the same price like Ultimate Masters. It just sits at $350 to $400. Maybe it just sits there. I don't know. Nobody can predict the future. Even a DeLorean, it doesn't matter. You just don't know. But you got to go by risk reward. If you buy into Double Masters at $400, the risk you're taking, what's your potential upside? What's the reward? If you start to look at situations where the downside risk is greater than the potential upside, and that teeter-totter is not slanted in your favor, it's not a credible, feasible, fancy big word. Let's throw in derivative and Bollinger Bands, moving averages. Let's do some iron condors up in our face. Does that make me sound smart and special? Whatever. Anyways, point is, you don't know. But you need to take this stuff, again, with a risk assessment. You need to step back. And I know, broken record, but I'm going to say it again. Remember that. It's not about how much money you can make. It's about how much money you can lose. That's the difference between the amateur gambling Timmy scratch-off and the professional money manager, private equity, anyone who does a financial analyst, any form of CFA, CFCPW, Batman symbol. I don't care what logos you got after your name, however many letters and numbers you put after your name to sound smart. You need to look at these things from just the probability outcomes, the bell curves. What is the odds of each potential outcome? Anyway, I'm done with that ramble. Point is, I wanted to just make a video because so many people ask, Rudy, are you going to buy one? Honestly, if the price goes below 200, I want to buy one just to have as a background prop because I want to show the secret lair with the box. I do want one. Is this an investment or something? Absolutely not. The secret lair ultimate fetchland thing was one of the largest, worst Timmy traps I've seen since probably the item we can't talk about, War of the Spark Mythic Timmy Edition. That was the other one that I thought was the ultimate one when I saw people buying War of the Spark Mythic Edition for $700-800 sold listings. No joke, on eBay. And now it's literally, again, 40-50% decline in what, 3, 4, 5 months? It's the same concept. We've been through this, everybody. And I hate to make these videos because it's like a filler content video, but at the same time, it's important to say it because some people, maybe you're new to the channel. Maybe you're not familiar with this. Maybe you just got out of college. Maybe you just left the nursing home and you're 88 years old and you're just starting to play Mujik the Yu-Gi-Oh-ing. You know, I don't know. But maybe some people honestly don't know. It's the same thing when people ask me about allocations. Rudy, are you going to sell Zendikar boxes for $79.99? Well, no, not at the beginning. It's on allocation. You're not a Wizards prevents large orders so that they can make sure prices stay inflated for the first 30, 60 days to ensure a smooth launch before they start unloading tons of product and capitalizing after the newness wears down and the hype train ends. It's the same thing. But the problem is, I know to a lot of you and me, it's boring and it's repetitive, but unfortunately, I would honestly believe that at least 50 to 80% of the Magic world does to this day still doesn't even know what the term allocation period means on a new standard box release. I'm going to assume the majority of Magic players, collectors, investors, evil 3% beautiful ladies, whatever category you're in, I would assume most people still don't know some of these fundamental mechanics of how Magic distributors and the flow of product and money works. And I think some people who do know it, they just don't want to believe it. It's almost like denial. It's like, really? No, I'm not going to. That's crazy sounding. That's full of chalupas. That can't be an accurate Gorbita. Slap my fish. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So, but I just wanted, I had to make a video today. The Secret Lair Ultimate Fetchlands was, it's a meme. At this point, it is just literally a joke. There's no way you can take the product seriously. They put a giant box with some like styrofoam in it, put 5 little cards, and they said it should be around, what did they say originally? Didn't they make a comment like originally like $180 or $160? And of course, it skyrockets to around almost like $350 to $400. Everybody's angry about it. And a lot of people locked in their orders and it sold anyways. And now they're all over the place. If you pay anything over $250 at the most, I actually think under $200, it's actually a good product. Below $200, the ultimate kind of the fetch, I like it because it's unique. But just the fact you get the 5 cards for $200, you're paying $40 a piece for packaging, and that's about the price of a fetch land. You start to hit a point where it's actually at its correct value. But again, even at below 200, these aren't investments, everybody. They're not investable. There's no in between. Well, Rudy, wait. What if no. But Rudy, what if this scenario? No. Well, Rudy, what about no? Secret lairs are not investments. War of the Spark Timmy Edition is not investments. Secret Lair, Ultimate, Fetchlands, or whatever, these are not investments. They're collectible. They're fun. They look cool. I like it. But they're not investable. That's not the same definition. Remember, when you look at something as investable, you want continuous long-term growth. When I look at something like War of the Spark booster box, that, I sold, Jesus Christ, 4,000 boxes maybe in a year when it was available. It was insane how much that thing sold. And everybody just cracked them and flipped them. Mass box, so people loved them. When I see something like War of the Spark that was $80 a box, that is investable. Because I can see that going to 100, 110, 120, 140, 160. I can see that climbing over a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year period as it goes from 100 to 200 to 300 to $400 a box into 5, 10, 20 years of the future. That is an investable thing. That's the difference. A $400 Fetchland box, it's not going to go to 4,000. That's the difference of understanding the details of the definitions of these category things. That is a big difference. So that's all I have to say today. you know, hope you guys learned something. Just make sure you understand the details of how this stuff works. Seriously, it's very, very important, everybody.